obviously we've had your fair share of struggles this year with the shooting and also just the injuries, just kind of working through that. How have you kind of handled that emotionally, and like to have a game like this, I guess, what does it feel like to finally break through, I guess?
Feels good, seeing the ball go in the hoop, but, it's a credit to these guys, like all 16 dudes in the locker room that are pumping me up, keeping me level-headed each and every day. I think the good thing is, too, is how we compete against each other and how we pull the best out of each other in practice and everything like that. Got a great sense of humor and great team camaraderie off the court. So that's a credit to all the coaches, all these guys in the locker room. It's literally impossible without these guys.
I think you had like 3 tip passes leading into a using charge violation. I guess it seemed like, the USC player was coming up and was like kind of eager to take you on. I guess, do you notice that a lot when you face guys? Like, do you feel like people maybe underestimate you defensively a little bit?
I don't know. It is what it is, however you want to look at it. I know what I'm capable of. I got the utmost confidence in myself, and I know all these guys behind me think the same about each other and think the same about me. So I think that's just the trust, the connection, the togetherness that this team has that gets shown out here each and every night.
Cam, it feels like you caught them a little bit with your physicality early on. It seems like they weren't prepared for that. Could you guys sense that a little bit, that you were able to kind of dictate tempo a little bit early in that first half?
Honestly, just after watching film and talking a lot with the coaches, we knew that we were going to have to be a more physical team coming in here, especially on the road. So that was like key for us to make sure we were had the most physicality, just was being the aggressors early on, just so we could set a tone right away so we weren't playing from behind.
We've seen Blackwell's explosiveness this year, but what stood out to me in the second half is that he was very steady with you guys. He never really got too high or too low, made some really crucial plays on that run where you got hot and you hit that big 3 in the corner. What does it just say about a sophomore who isn't really familiar with that position to be able to handle that position in the road like that?
It's just showing how good of a player he is and how strong, like how good his mind is. His basketball IQ is very high for how young he is, being a sophomore. So, we trust him in those moments just because we know he's just because he watches a lot of basketball, he knows what he's doing. So we got the utmost trust in him, just being the guy he is.
Facing a similar situation today, how deep into the film, I guess, did you guys go with the I guess, I don't want to call it collapse because you ended up pulling out, but the rough second half against Ohio State, I guess, what was the film work like, different from a game that you maybe cruised through a little bit?
Wait, ask that a question?
Yeah,
take that. You can take that.
We know we have to show our maturity, and that the average age we have in the locker room is a little bit older than most college basketball teams. Coach Gard came in at half and said, "No, this is where we show improvement." We were up big at the half against Ohio State. Kind of let them creep back into it with their guards being scorers and knowing that Desmond Claude and Wesley Yates were their main scorers. So it was a great challenge for us to come back out here and see what we could do. And like you said, teams are going to put the ball in the hoop, especially in the game today. People play at a fast pace and people shoot a lot of threes, and it's easy to climb back into games. But man, our guys not fracturing, coming together every mini huddle, every media timeout. Like I said, it shows the maturity, shows the resiliency in the group that we got.
It felt like that drive you had to the rim where kind of the seas parted just kind of sparked the team, and it sparked you a little bit. Could you just feel maybe the tide just started to get back on your side a little bit with that kind of mini run that you had?
A little bit. I think it started defensively, really. Cam grabbed a huge rebound down there over 2 of the bigs, gave us possession, kicked it out to me, ran clock on the offensive end a little more. So, I think it is, momentum can swing when you put the ball in the hole, but I think it's deflating when you lock up the other team and they don't see some shots go in, or you make them see some tough ones go in. I think that's really where the tide kind of changed, where we grab momentum.
We're 18 games into the year and you're shooting like 56% from free or something like that. I guess where did this come from? What kind of work did you put into it over the summer?
Not surprised.
Just a lot of work, and all my workouts. At the end of each workout, I made sure that I was shooting a lot of jump shots until my arms were hurt. Like, just until I made sure that I built that confidence in me. And these guys, my teammates, my coaches, they keep instilling that confidence, and I just feel like a good shooter, just because of the reps and all the stuff that I've been getting done, and then my teammates, again, like I said, it's really them. Like, they continue to hype me up. Like, always yelling at me when I'm shooting, like throwing their hands up early, like just the celebration, just seeing that, and just knowing that my teammates trust that 9 times out of 10 when I shoot, it will be going in. So, just having that trust from my teammates and my coaches really built that a lot.
I got one more thing on that. We came in together.
We did.
Transferred in together, and the growth that this dude has, showed makes me happy, man. Like,
Appreciate that, bro.
he's really grown as a leader for his team, and it makes me happy, bro.
That's
Like,
love, bro.
it makes me really happy to see the growth that the young man that this man has became into a grown man. It's awesome. It's what you dream as a teammate and as a friend. So
Man,
it's awesome.
appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah.
The volume's been up lately too for you. I guess what's been the result of that? I mean, is it really just you feel like the shot's going in as much as it is?
Honestly,
You just wanna
yeah.
put it up?
I feel like every time I shoot the ball, it's going in. Even if it looks a little off, it still finds its way in there. So I just keep trusting that. Like, honestly, I just hold my follow through on every jumper. Like that's what I tell myself going into each game. Just keep holding your follow through. Just keep trusting it, and it feels good. Like every time it comes on my hands, it feels good. And Klesmit even said it a couple days ago. He said this about everybody on the team. He said every time somebody shoot, he think it's going in.
yeah.
So like just having that trust from your teammates is a lot. Like that's just it's big.
Did you work that hard in previous off seasons as you did this past off season?
Honestly, I can say I have. But
Okay.
I really think it's all a mindset thing. I don't think I'll put the work in body-wise, but I don't think my mental is all the way there. And I think been getting stronger mentally, and it's just a confidence thing. So that's been growing, and that's been staying the same. So I really just I'll put it all to my mindset.
Was that because that you knew it was going to be your last season, because you knew there was going to be an opportunity with Chucky leaving and guys leaving, or just because you just time for a different mindset?
It was honestly just time for a different mindset, because I feel like that's what was holding me back, just my mindset, because I was putting all the work in as any other point guard in the league, in the conference, in college basketball. It was just a mindset thing, the strong-minded guys make it far.
The off the dribble and the step backs, is that new? Is that something that you feel more comfortable with now than ever?
Honestly,
Y'all seen him at GB?
man, I was just gonna say that.
I saw
Honestly,
that,
I
GB.
had that's been in the bag at Green since I was a freshman. Since I came into college, I've had that. It's just I don't need to do that. Like at Green Bay, I might have needed to do that because we couldn't always get a shot up. But here, I don't have to do that. We have guys like Max, we have JB, J, Steve. We have a bunch of guys that can score the rock. So it's like I don't have to do that. I can just make him take the easy ones.